Elaborate on the role of codependence.
Now, codependency is something which is very important to understand over. Let us say there is a person who is drinking alcohol. The first sign of codependency comes in when a person comes back home drunk and the people staying with him, could be father, mother, brother, sister, wife, son. Person comes home, they have an argument on not drinking on the way work. So there is an argument over it. Now after some time, over a period of time, it becomes common sense that it's stupid talking to him when he's intoxicated. But they still cannot stop the argument. Let's say the person comes home drunk and this person is intoxicated and this person staying with him is sober. Now this person, whatever he says, his behavioral pattern will be justified by him saying, I was drunk, I'm sorry, I was drunk. Next day or 2 days or after 4 days. But this person who is not drinking is also a part of the argument or the fight. So this response is called codependency. Knowing that this person is not receptive, you still communicate with him, you still talk to him, you still keep screaming, shouting, knowing he's not receptive. Like if anyone is upset in an angry mode, it is best to speak. What would you do? Wait till the person calms down. When the person is in a normal mood, that normal mood can be defined. But at least the person is receptive to listen to you, and it is not a one-way conversation, it is a two-way discussion. Okay. That is codependency. When you are not even thinking about what the other person is receptive or not receptive, but you just, when you're in a mood altered state of mind because of this person's drinking and you want to talk that time, that is a codependency response. When they're living with the person. We also have experiences when the person wants to come in for treatment process and they are encouraged by the family, they are emotionally blackmailed by the family that if you don't go for treatment, we will do this, we will do this. That is a codependency response. In fact, we tell them that don't emotionally blackmail the person. So when we meet the person, the haste that the person staying with the alcoholic or the drug addict responses are all codependency response. Why? Because of this person's drinking, this person staying with him or her has taken so many decisions in life because of the fact that this person is living with an alcoholic or a drug addict. Even when the person comes, another person is very keen that he gets admitted. Now the guy gets admitted. Then the codependency continues. Is he eating well? Is he not eating well? Will he become fine? How will he be when he comes back? But they are so focusing on the other person that they don't realize and do anything about their own mood swings, which has maybe been caused due to this person's drinking and aggravated because. But the mood swing here, if not treated, is codependency not treated because the anger might continue, the resentment might continue, the fear that the person will go and drink anytime might continue. So these responses of people staying with the alcoholic is referred to as a codependency response. So they become codependent. Like this person is running around alcohol or drug and the people staying with him is running around him. So it's like that. It's like this person stops drinking, my life will become so easy. And the alcoholic says, if this person keeps his mouth shut, I would stop drinking. So it's like a catch-22 situation. So that's what we refer to as a codependency response, where they totally forget whom they are. They forget what they want to do in life. But they're living in anger and resentment because this person continues to drink. And these are called codependency responses.
Where teenagers are concerned, do you feel social drinking may lead to addiction later on in life?
Yeah, social drinking could lead to later on in life because wherever there is alcohol, there is an alcoholic. It is impossible to find an alcoholic when there is no alcohol. So social drinking is in fact the first stepping stone, but to understand this, not every social drinker becomes an alcoholic. But once becoming an alcoholic, once getting addicted to it, this person cannot become a social drinker. That is the best way to understand the whole question that you asked. Will social drinking lead? Obviously, without alcohol, the person cannot become an alcoholic. But once he becomes an alcoholic, it is very important to understand that he cannot socially drink. So that's part of the question.
Now, apart from all this, I would like to know about your own experience